How to develop self-discipline for financial success. In the world we live in now, it's so easy to buy new things at any time. We are lucky to live in a time when we can buy so many things. However, to keep up with the Joneses, we spend more than we should. So, if you want to stop wasting money, get more disciplined, and have a better chance of reaching your financial goals, some valuable tips may help you get there. Don't worry, as we have you covered. Today's video explains 8 approaches to establishing financial discipline. Before we actually get into the video, remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Let's start. Make a plan. Setting your financial goals is an essential part of the puzzle. After all, it's easier to be responsible with your money if you set clear goals. If you want to get out of debt, give yourself a deadline for when you want to be debt-free and figure out how much money you need to pay each month. Putting dates on your goals makes them feel more real. It would be best if you had clear goals that you could work toward. Break up your big goals into smaller goals that you can work on monthly, weekly, and, if necessary, daily. This is what you are going to do. Figure out more about the kind of life you want to live. Could you put it on paper? Where do you see yourself living? Which vehicle do you want to buy? How much time do you have to yourself? And how do you use it? Writing down all of your goals will give you more drive. The best way to keep yourself focused and on track is to know what you're working towards. Stick to the plan. It's not surprising that the next step is sticking to the plan. It would be silly to spend time planning and then not use it. After making a plan, it's time to carry it out. If you've set goals that are hard to reach, you'll have to give up some things. Either cut your budget or work more hours or do both. This will take self-control and following through. Use your small goals to keep you going. No excuses. No giving up. Just strict self-discipline. Stay strong for the first few weeks, and it will get easier to stick to the plan. Stop making excuses. How many times have you set a big, bold goal, only to find every reason in the world not to follow through? All of us have been there. It is easy to make excuses. It's easy to blame the situation. For some reason, it's easier to find reasons not to do something than to sit down and do it. We often put it off even when we know a task will take less than 30 minutes. But, hey, we're all humans. We're all doing our best out here. When you find yourself getting distracted from your work, close your eyes and pay attention to how you breathe. Slowly take in and let out breaths and count them until you reach 10. We should stop making excuses. You are in charge, so take the authority. Be realistic. Setting unrealistic goals is dangerous because it makes you incapable of accomplishing anything. Then you're right back to where you started with your excessive spending. You may not have the resources to immediately attain most of your objectives. Still, you can start laying the foundation to get there. While it's easy to recommend saving 50% of your monthly income, it can sometimes be impractical. You cannot divide your money in half if you have financial responsibilities to others. However, you may set priorities and reasonable goals to keep other elements of your life in order. Change your ways. One of the main reasons why most young people struggle to save is because of their demanding lifestyle. They constantly drive to upgrade their attire, electronics, and anything that is not trendy. When you start thinking about your future, you are grown enough to think beyond these petty matters and save for something more important. Maybe you don't have to go out every week. Perhaps you don't need to update your phone just yet. A simple realization doesn't hurt. Make it a challenge. It isn't easy to replace a Starbucks coffee with one you must make yourself at home. But consider how much money you will have saved by the end of the month. Once you've decided on your goals, stick to them. Make sticking to your budget a challenge for yourself. It may sometimes be difficult, and you may even go off course. However, you will gradually learn to keep within your budget while doing things you enjoy. Reward yourself. Make a list of both big and small rewards. Anything from a double pump latte to a new pair of shoes to a weekend getaway. Then, as you reach specific goals, grant yourself a wish from your list. Earning rewards builds a habit loop that encourages you to make the correct choices. For example, you denied an offer to have an expensive supper with a buddy since it was out of your price range. Go get that lotus cake and hot chocolate milk. Reward yourself with a brief trip out of town once you've paid off your car. Motivate yourself to save. Because changing your lifestyle can be more complex than it appears, you must maintain a consistent drive. Change your surroundings to motivate yourself to be more disciplined. Use visual cues such as sticky notes to remind yourself why you want financial stability. If you're saving for a trip, display images of the destination throughout your house, office, and car to keep track of your spending. Keeping yourself motivated is the most potent superpower you can have. This is why it is critical to understand the specifics of your dreams and goals. Even if you are too afraid to take a risk, the fire of motivation will push you, and before you know it, you will be diving headfirst into the new version of yourself. The bottom line. Remember that developing self-discipline with money takes time, effort, and practice. It would help if you believed you have what it takes to succeed and reach your money goals. One choice at a time, you build self-discipline by sticking to your budget and reaching your goals. We hope that this helps you on your way to getting rich. Guys, that's all. Remember to subscribe and give a thumbs up to this video.